Corey, I have a message for you on Zoom.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang magiliw, telas ng sinakanan, alam ng puso, sa dikit mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisigiw, sa nagatak tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong pagaw, ay ginatang tula, kawit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nag-iindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pang ay di magtitingin. Luman ang araw ng walhabit pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang hindi kaya na pagkay mga aking, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Okay, so good morning, everyone. I am Charisse Castillo, a BA Philippine Arts student from the University of the Philippines, Manila.
And I'm Gabriel Gatan, also a BA Philippine Arts student from the University of the Philippines, Manila. And we would like to welcome all of you to the opening program for this year's International Flores de Mayo Festival and Conference 2022.
Yes, but before anything, for this year's celebration, we want to give a special thank you to our event partners. So the University of the Philippines, Manila, the Philippine Botanical Artists Society, and the National Commission for Culture and the Arts. Thank you so much to our partners for your continued support. This annual event is organized by the Faura Project Incorporated, an organization formed by alumni, faculty, current students, and friends of the University of the Philippines, Manila. We are bound by a common cause, which is to revive, revitalize, and sustain the rich cultural and historical heritage of Ermita, Manila, particularly Faura Street and its environs.
We officially begin today at the first day of our long-awaited festival. And of course, we at the Faura Project prepared a very special lineup of exciting activities for all of you this week.
Yes, so for the house rules, we would just like to request all the participants here today to mute their microphones unless asked otherwise. But don't worry, because there will be a Q&A portion later. So if we have any questions, you can just list them down first and ask them later during the Q&A portions.
And before we start, I would just like to have a, vibe check with everyone here in the Zoom room because it's quite early in the morning, and I hope everybody is still having a good morning, because I am having a good morning for today. And how are you feeling? Send one word to the Zoom chat to describe how you're feeling right now. So send one word, just any word that describes how you're feeling right now. So yeah, let's hear how everyone is doing.
I can see here, they're privately messaging me, Gab. I can see you're happy, excited. Yes, we feel the same way. We're very happy and we're very excited to be starting this week-long festival with all of you.
Yes, I love the positivity in everyone right now. I can feel the happy energy that's vibing and blooming with everyone right now.
Yes. Okay,
right.
So now to give our welcome address is the convener and the curator of our Flores de Mayo festivals, and of course, the brainchild behind the Faura Project. Let's hear it from Dr. Honey Libertine Achanzar-Labor.
good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what part of the globe you are in. In behalf of the members of the Faura Project, welcome to the 2022 International Flores de Mayo Festival and Conference. So the Flores de Mayo is one of the several Marian events held in the Philippines on the month of May. It has a distinction, though, of being conducted the longest, as it practically lasts for the entire month. Its practice has been steadily maintained throughout the centuries, as this was set in a month which used to mark the beginning of the summer break in the Philippine academic calendar. However, in 2014, a move to change the start of the academic year to August was initiated, wherein the University of the Philippines took the lead, followed by Ateneo de Manila, De La Salle, and UST. And the rest is history. Since the regular classes now take place in the month of May, challenges in the conduct of festivals, festivities, fiestas and related practices have been observed, particularly in the month-long events of the Flores de Mayo. So to contribute to the conservation of this important and tangible cultural heritage of the Flores de Mayo, as well as to advocate the importance of endemic and native flowers in the month of May, the Faura Project has been convening week-long Flores de Mayo festivals and conferences since 2018. It has already been a tradition for us to celebrate this annually, but we consider this year's festival an important milestone, since participants from different parts of the globe are joining us to also take pride in their country's floral heritage. So the two-day conference is followed by a painting exhibit celebrating native flora in the time of pandemic, which will finally once again be conducted on site. So we are all invited to join the exhibit opening this Wednesday, as well as the virtual painting workshops on Thursday, which you can access free of charge via Zoom upon registration. So also on Thursday, we shall make accessible to the public through the Faura Project's Facebook page, the video documentation of our Empowered Women, Empowered Ermita Community Outreach Program on crocheting art, heritage, and livelihood, a skills training program for the underserved women of the populace. So lastly, we look forward to viewing heritage videos, which will be premiered also through the Faura Project Facebook page on Friday, the 5th and last day of the festival, which will culminate with an evening event, our much-awaited Dress Up Santa Cruzan, a virtual fashion show inspired by the symbols of the traditional May Santa Cruzan. So lastly, we would like to say that the events of the week-long festival of the Faura Project are aligned with two United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. First, SDG 11, that of forwarding human resource development and capacity building through our training activities, as well as in our effort to protect and safeguard the cultural and natural heritage of the country. And second, SDG 15, that of protecting and promoting the sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystems and halt biodiversity loss as we pursue and promote conservation of endemic species. So once again, welcome to our Flores de Mayo Festival, and looking forward to see you in many of our events this week.
Yes, thank you so much for the warm welcome, Dr. Achanzar-Labor. And now to continue on with the next part of our opening program, let me call on Assistant Professor Alice Adava, the current chair of the Department of Arts and Communication in the University of the Philippines, Manila, to introduce the next set of speakers.
Good morning, everyone. It is a pleasure for me to introduce Prof. Maria Constancia Obrero Carrillo, Professor of Biochemistry and Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. While Professor Carrillo's training is in drug discovery and biochemistry, she has been very generous in her support of the arts
Oh no, apologies for the technical issue. Um, yes, now we will resume with the screen sharing of the introduction for our speaker.
Good morning, everyone. I take great delight in introducing to you Dr. Carmencita David Padilla, Professor of Pediatrics and Chancellor of the University of the Philippines, Manila. Chancellor Menchit has been an ardent supporter of the arts and culture scene in UP Manila, something we at the Department of Arts and Communication are truly grateful for. The consistency, quality, and longevity of her support, even in the middle of many challenges, is heartening. It is said that all people are unique in their own ways, but the Chancellor takes uniqueness to a whole new level. After all, not everyone can claim to have a flower named after them. On June 22, 2015, the Institute of Plant Breeding of the University of the Philippines Los Baños College of Agriculture named a hybrid of hibiscus, known locally as gumamela, to the public. Hibiscus rosasinensis Carmencita David Padilla was among the hybrids produced by the IPB that year. I'm glad to tell you that the beauty of this hybrid continues to be seen to this day. I'm even gladder to tell you that the person behind the flower is with us today. Please join me in welcoming Chancellor Carmencita David Padilla.
College of Arts and Sciences Dean Maria Constancia Carillo, Conference Convener and CAS Professor Han Libertine Labor, Dr. Cosette Griffin-Kremer from France, Mr. Sushil Sriwasta from India, Dr. Bernadette Escalona Cooper from the US, Mr. Yavuz Sirinoglu from Turkey, Professor Suryati Muhammad Shaari from Malaysia, delegates from the UP Open University, UP Baguio, University of Santo Tomas, De La Salle University, Central Mindanao University, Central Bicol State University, Philippine Nuclear Research Institute, Philippine Botanical Artist Society, as well as delegates from other universities. Good morning. Let me welcome you cordially to this week-long virtual International Flores de Mayo Festival and Conference hosted by the Padre Faura Project Incorporated, jointly hosted with UP Manila and the UP Botanical Society. Bringing this tradition back at the height of the pandemic last year, and again holding it this year, inspire us in our goal to revitalize and enhance the preservation of our historical and cultural heritage in this place, the birthplace of UP and our current setting. Our celebration becomes more meaningful, being a fitting opportunity for a deeper appreciation of Ermita as our locale that has become a part of a home and a sanctuary for every student, faculty, worker, and staff of UP Manila. The combined Marian devotional practices of Spanish and Mexican origins led to the formation of the festival as an entirely unique Filipino Marian devotion. All around the country, churches, especially the altar, are adorned with beautiful flowers, hence its English translation, Flowers of May Festival. It is in itself an enduring trademark about the Philippines, with some Filipinos practicing it even in other countries. The theme, celebrating flowers and floral traditions in the time of pandemic, mirrors the significance of conserving, promoting, and encouraging the continued conduct of floral festivals and other cultural traditions even in times of crisis. Flowers are not only of abundant pulchritude and thus pleasing to look at, but they are able to convey ineffable emotions like joy, honor, sadness, and love. Our university not only concerns itself with intellectual matters, but also with what makes each member of our community truly whole. Our participation in the observance of the Marian month of May as National Heritage Month will strengthen in us a consciousness, respect, and love for the legacies of the nation's cultural history. Fidelity to the intangible heritage of the arts will enhance our blossoming and growth as a nation and as a people. Going through the sessions, I am therefore delighted that the festival will celebrate floral traditions and practices, as well as the heroes whose names are now immortalized in art or in the names of the flowers they have discovered. This will be a much awaited, interesting part of the celebration. To the participants, I encourage you to maximize your engagement in every activity marking the occasion, such as the floral art exhibit, painting workshops on the subject of endemic flowers, a premiere of heritage videos, and the virtual Santa Cruzan, which will serve as a fashion show and competition. I commend and thank the Faura Project Incorporated for promoting, revitalizing, and sustaining the rich cultural and historical heritage of Ermita, and for rekindling in us a deeper interest and passion for the things that remind us of our beginnings and identity as a people. Again, I reiterate UP Manila's expression of solidarity with the nation and other institutions in commemorating the International Flores de Mayo Festival. I greet everyone a wonderful celebration of the National Heritage Month. Hangad ko ang isang matagumpay at mahalimuyak sa paggunita ng International Flores de Mayo Festival. Maraming salamat po at magandang umaga po muli sa inyong lahat.
And thank you so much, Dr. Padilla and Dr. Achanzar-Labor, for gracing our opening session with your wise and inspiring words. Before we proceed with the next segment, we at the Faura Project would like to show our appreciation to our speakers through these certificates of appreciation. Allow me to read the citation. The Faura Project, incorporated with Philippine Botanical Art Society and the University of the Philippines, Manila, present this certificate of appreciation to Dr. Honey Libertine Achanzar-Labor and Dr. Carmencita D. Padilla for delivering the welcome address during the 2022 International Flores de Mayo Festival and Conference Opening Program, given the second day of May 2022 during the 2022 International Flores de Mayo Festival and Conference, signed by Dr. Honey Labor, Ms. Willa Famoso, and Professor Alice Adeva.
All right, thank you so much, Gab. So now we just had three wonderful two wonderful inspirational messages. A very good start to a very, very good conference. So